We wanted the fancy crib, the tricked out.
I
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, no one is immune. We all will know loss when we're under the pearl moon.
Yeah. There we go. Test, test. All right, we're down a couple of people,
you have
but
returned.
but that'd be it. Oh man. Woo! Well, Sunday night, whoever we have. Oh wait, I got a message from Jackson. Oh, he works till midnight, so I totally forgot.
That's not an excuse.
He works till midnight.
Some people's kids, eh?
All right, so we got a couple guys. We got 3.
I'm running forward later.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, holy shit! I got some feedback. All right. Oh. Welcome. Anyway, we're playing Under the Pale Moon. It is probably the final part of season 2. We defeated John last time. So last time we managed to turn one of his generals against him, lead a charge to the front of his compound to lock up his army, so we didn't have to fight them. We landed outside the compound to the north and came down by airship, sneaking over the wall into the compound, avoiding all the monsters until we got inside the big building. Had to find our way below. Through a series of exploring, found our way below and saw that Jund was somewhere, who knows where, down below with some Surfalnibums, some iron golems, and planning his big army. Made our way down into his little lair where we took him on, and we fought him toe to toe. He beat the hell out of some of us, and gave us a fight that was pretty damn long and tough. And we did it. We took him down, and he died in the middle of the pool. Yeah, he was killed in the middle of the pool, in the middle of his little lair.
It's mind blown.
With the iron golems that were seemingly under his control, coming into the room near the end and then shutting down. Oh, that's so awesome.
Even better when you animate it.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool. Oh yeah, get him whooping some ass. Yeah, and you guys won. You fought him. You beat him. You killed him. He died right then and there. Some of the innocent people were helped by you, hiding behind you. Some ran out, that kind of thing. And that is where we will begin tonight, as he is dead in the room. I'm going to look up some other things, but good job, yeah.
We're heroes.
You're heroes to yourselves. No one else.
Heroes of the realm.
So far, nobody else knows. Just you.
Well,
Pretty sure all the people that are stuck in here that just watched us kill John know we're heroes too.
yeah, Budo knows, and Amiko knows.
Budo
If Budo's
knows.
still alive.
Budo's out front. He doesn't know what's going on down there.
Right, yeah.
Not yet. Not
Maybe
yet.
we should work towards freeing these people. Just put that out there.
Some are still chained up, of course. Yes, you have.
Yeah, the Onyx dog was working on freeing them.
Okay. Got it. Well, no, I mean an onyx dog can only do so much, but he was chomping some chains here and there, of course. If you want to give him a yeah, he's chomping some chains. You want to give him a hand? You want to do some other things? It's up to you. The major threat has been subdued in here. Yeah. Hey, Brethren, I think you got beat to shit during the fight. Well, we knew that.
I'm down to 17, so don't feel too bad.
We had a plan. Well, we had heals. We had access to heals.
I was at 33 when we finished.
Yeah, we didn't
beat up pretty good.
do any of our actual healing in that. Access this.
Ooh.
So, well, do we want to heal here? Or do we want to go back up top? Like,
We sure up top exists still?
well,
We don't know where we are.
well, we know it exists. The question is, like, is it any good to us? Like, we don't know if Budo's going to win or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we can just show up there and say, hey, don't worry, fight's over. It's all good.
Maybe we should explore this place and see if there's anything.
Well, let's go
Or
check out Jun's body first, because I'm going to kick myself if we just, leave stuff kicking around like that.
Well, the twins already grabbed the soul. Which is good.
Twins grab the soul. They have what they've came for. They also remind you, Kai and Kara, as avid adventurers of the, avid members of the Adventurers Guild, that anything you do find in that, remember you owe the Adventurers Guild 10%. Yeah. So keep these thoughts in mind. But when you came in here and you looked around, John had treasures about the room. So there was things strewn about the room as well as on himself. Now, he fought you barehanded, but he did have an armor at one point on him and whatnot. Who's going to search Mr. John? Who wants to search part of the room?
I'll search the room.
I can search Junge.
Investigation check, DM?
Yeah.
Just need to find my character sheet.
All right. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, and you're doing what? Searching him?
No, I was searching the room.
You're searching the room. Okay. All right. You're going to look up and down the room. Go for Branthrin. What do you want to do, too? What do you want to check?
I will search the throne area.
Oh, nice. Okay. Give me a roll for that.
Investigation. 19.
19. Okay. And you're all getting good rolls. Very nice rolls. And go for Jund, Mr. Kylok.
Oh, natural 20.
Off camera, can't see it. Fake.
Seriously, right there?
Nice. Good job. All right, everybody rolled awesome. So that's fantastic. Okay. Around the room, you are going to find a bunch of different coin.
Oh, that's right.
In first go through here, you're going to come away with 500 copper, 6,000 silver.
This is the room? Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta get, hold on.
Yep.
Give it to the other guys. I've got to get the loot.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll go to Branthrin. Branthrin, you were over near the throne, and near the throne, scattered about on the ground, there's some coin and there's some other thing, but what catches your eye, and you can collect, are 4 brass mugs that have the image, or the raised image of a dragon with jade stone eyes on them. So like a relief of a dragon coming out of the brass mug, and his tail makes up the handle of the cup. And his eyes are actual jade gems set into the mug, and there's 4 of them you can come away with.
I'm going to use the tip of my sword to pick them up and put them in my backpack.
Okay.
Why is he so quiet?
He's quiet. I've turned him up, but...
Here, I'll fix it.
Uh-oh, now he's going to blast their ears.
I got to turn him up, too. I had to turn Drake down.
Drake's a loud man.
Yeah. His mic's in the other room. I can still hear him.
Doesn't even have a mic. Theater voice.
You just hear me from Essex, buddy.
How's that?
Do it again.
How's that?
There you go. That's normal. You're normal.
Say your line, and then I'll tell you if it's good enough.
What's in the box?
Yeah, perfect. There you go.
All right, you pick up the mugs
I'm in a
with
new
the sword.
So it's really echoey.
Throw them into the bag. Let's do Kylo. You got a roll on there. Give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 8. Give me an 8. Give me a roll on D8. Give me a number. Roll an 8-sided dice. Give me a number.
2.
2.
Yep.
You're looking on Jund, correct?
Yep.
Okay, you come away with what is his armor, I guess we'll say. So for his armor that was there before it fell off him, magical armor, we are going to look at armor page. Give me a roll of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, actually, sorry. We want... Specifically, it is breastplate. No, it was breastplate that he had. Okay, so he's going to have breastplate that has a slight bluish-white glow to it. So for Jund, the first thing you find is this bluish-white glowing breastplate. Now, when I say breastplate, it's not a big piece of silver or iron or whatever it is over top. It was metal armor that was like a deep red in the middle, outlined with these orangish red shoulder pieces and bottom trim. So it's very decorative armor that he was wearing, Eastern style armor.
Size?
We're going to say that it is normally large-sized armor, but because the nature of this armor being magical, and Jund once being a medium-sized creature who went to large size, it does resize. So as you pick it up off the ground, you'll find in your hands it resizes automatically to medium.
Anything else with that? What did I actually roll? 20 plus. I would have been. Investigation was 21. Perception was 24.
Yes, there will be more, but we're going to go around here and there.
Oh, you're going around the table. Okay.
I'll go around. I lost my
Around
pen,
the
too.
horn.
That's my pen. All right, this was a breastplate.
Going back to look at the scraps on the floor.
Okay, so for around the room, as we're looking around the room, we're going to get... we're going to get 500 copper.
Yep.
6,000 silver.
Yep.
350 electrum. 800 gold. And 110 platinum. You're going to find in coinage here and there around the room.
Yep.
Okay, let me get that down. All right. Going back near the throne with Branthrin, we have... Oh, he got that. Okay. You are going to find with your roll 2 large amethyst gems.
Okay.
Large gems. Going back to Kyloke, you were searching Jund himself. You were gonna find a... Which one does he got? 2, 3, 4. Give me 1d6.
2.
2. And give us a roll of d20.
2.
2.
Night of twos are so
okay.
far.
All right.
Well, one of those 2s was a natural 20, so...
Yes, yeah, it was a 2 with a 0, yeah.
Great, so quit your pitching.
All right, you're going to find a +2 dagger.
Oh, junk. Don't use any of this stuff.
It's a +2 dagger.
+2 dagger, that's huge, man. You buy a
Dagger,
house with
junk.
that. He has
I
no
know.
concept of economy.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding because it's a dagger.
With a magical glow upon it as well. All right. Where were we? A room with Clairvel.
Yep.
Clairvel, you, searching around the room, are going to find a long purple silk robe with golden thread embroidery on it. Which...
You need me to mark a reference on that, or is that just like art?
It is art.
Okay.
However, I need you to do one thing for me. Roll 1d10 twice.
Okay. Do you want a percentage die, or do you want 1d10 twice?
1d10 twice.
All right. 7 and 0, so 10.
70 pockets.
As you hold up this purple,
70 green painted screens.
as you hold up this purple silken robe that is long, it has gold, like actual gold thread weaved into it. You turn it around, you look at the back, and the words on the back say "Rude Dwarf."
Rude dwarf.
Randomly rolled. That's what
I
it
love
says.
I will love it.
If you turn into a rude dwarf.
Branthrin, you are at the throne. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a roll out of 4, 1d4. You guys rolled high enough to find stuff. You just see what you found.
Got a 2.
2. You find what looks almost like a theater mask. It is made out of metal. Looks like it would cover the face, but stop kind of above the mouth. Almost like a Phantom of the Opera type mask, but full.
I was just going to say he was doing Phantom of the Opera for his slaves.
We got this one, got that one. Who do we go to next? Kylok?
Me, Jund.
Kylok, you were on Jund. On Jund, with your roll, you will find 5 large jade gems on him or at his feet. Going back around the room with Clairvel, we got 2 jet gems, so 2 pure black jet gems
Okay.
around the room. And 1, 2, 3. We will have, let's see, who's going to find... We all roll, everybody rolled high, so somebody, one of you, give me a roll out of 3. Somebody roll 3-sided dice like Drake has, or
6-sided.
6-sided halved.
3-sided dice. What's the matter with you?
He's got
I
a
got a 1.
3-sider. He's got a 3-sider. Let's see, hold on, we got to have the 3-sider.
Actually, I got a 2, but it equates to a 1.
The 1.
It's a 1! All right. You find
What
a.
do you say?
You also find a pendant. It is a small silver pendant with a blue gem in the center, and it radiates magic.
Who finds the pendant, sorry?
I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Branthrin.
Okay. I've only written down what I found because no one else has told me what they find in case anybody's trying to,
Fair enough.
bogart their stuff.
I'm writing it all down, but you can try to swindle me if you want.
Okay, what did I
Just
find
list.
again?
You found a silver pendant with a blue gem in the middle that emanates a small magical aura. And that's what you find searching about the room. You guys spend some time searching about the room. You come away with a bunch of different objects that are here and there throughout the room that he must have ransacked and taken from places as a warlord, as well as some money and some wealth in there. You heal up a little bit with what you have and whatnot, and the people in there. Of course, Kara can heal as well.
Once we've done a good, with our eyes, look throughout the room and everything, I'm going to cast Detect Magic on. Yeah. Because I want to see if there's any magic levers or, anything magic in the room that might be concealing something.
Casting Detect Magic in the room. Anything you picked up that was magical, of course, is magic. Jund himself still has kind of a magical aura about his whole body, even though he's dead. The golems that come into the room at the beginning have some magic radiating around them. Nothing else on the walls, so floor radiate magic in any way. No.
Nothing in the water?
Nothing in the water.
Okay. I'm going to go over to the golems. Kind of take a good look around and inside them.
Well, you can't look inside them. They're not hollow.
Nothing to open?
Nothing open.
They're hollow. So I can tell that they're hollow.
No, they're not hollow.
They're not hollow.
Yeah. They're solid iron. They're about, like we said, almost 14 feet tall. Right now they're inoperable. They're not moving. They're holding, if I get that right, Bear Dash, the giant, almost like a halberd type thing, like it's a stick with a big blade on the end type thing in their hand for a large-sized creature.
No way to access their internal...
You knock on it. It's solid iron. You saw the guys making them earlier, building them out of pieces and putting them together. There's nowhere to go in this. Like it's got skinny legs almost. You know what I mean? A bigger core. They're large, but there's no... It's definitely not a suit or not anything close to maze.
Oh, no, I wasn't wanting it for a suit. I wanted to see if I could grab the power source for May.
Oh. Nothing that you can see, unfortunately.
Okay.
Or about being just a folk hero, not any kind of guy who would know that kind of thing, but...
I would guess that... is there anything left of the creature that I killed?
The thing that went back through the portals in time? Dissipated?
Yeah.
Oh, we did say we were giving you the arms. That's correct. The arm blades.
The arms are there? Okay.
The arm blades, yeah.
Good old arm blades.
Arm blades.
The arm blades.
Of the Akarazak, or whatever it's called.
Aka.
Aka.
Waka waka.
Said that as he broke down and it was destroyed, his arm blades fell off, and he was pulled apart and back to wherever he come from.
Right?
Akasit. Yeah.
They could be worth quite a bit of money to a trophy collector.
Could be. Turn them into something. Do a whole bunch of different things. Yeah.
Oh no, we sell for lots of money.
I spent some time looking.
I'm assuming that Jackson's probably going to take a piece of Jund.
I don't know. I don't know what he would do.
He would take a piece of Jund.
Yeah? We'll give him a piece. We'll give him a chunk.
Maybe his hand or his left nostril or something.
His earlobe.
Yes, Jackson wants his head. Okay, Jackson wants his head.
Jackson's going to take his head? Okay. All right, Jackson will take his head. He is the head of Jund. The infamous warlord.
Jund in the bag of holding. It's going to leak on everything. Right there.
I assume Jackson would just tie it to his backpack or something.
He's walking around like walking around like God of War. The head is tied to his head. You can make it talk every once in a while.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Take your time, you look about, you find some things of interest, you deal with anything you need to in there. You see everybody else is kind of relaxing, healing up, doing whatnot.
Alright, I'm going to pull out our Staff of Healing.
Okay. That's what it was.
Yep. So, I think it's just going to be I can use the charges better, more efficiently if I just use cure wounds as opposed to using the mass cure wounds. But let me look up the spell for.
What? Why don't we just take a long rest while we're here?
You still have Surf and Need
Cool.
Bomb.
A long rest underneath this thing because we have no idea how that battle's going up top.
Yeah, they got it.
If
That's somebody else's problem.
win, we're gonna have a whole bunch of John's forces coming in to check in on him, saying, "Hey, boss, here's what went down."
And we will go, the mighty Clairval smited your boss. He is now your ruler.
He never
An
tells the
overlord.
story of
Overlord.
himself.
Okay, the mighty Jake is your ruler and overlord.
No healing for you now.
He promotes the group.
All right, so everyone is going to get just a second. Yeah, 1/7's better.
Guess I'll have to go and adjust my character sheet back to what it's supposed to be.
No. Keep it as it is. Keep it as it
Yeah.
is.
Well,
Everybody,
I had 33 hit points.
everybody gets 20 points of healing,
All right.
and that includes Kai and Kara.
Perfect.
And all the
okay.
slaves.
No.
Well, I mean, he ain't gonna be able to do that many.
They're on their own.
He's handing out miracles. Why not?
Yeah, really not a miracle. That's not quite as dead.
All the people who've been in bondage with Jun for many years are going, oh wow, look at him, he's amazing.
The man in the silken shirt.
They all start bowing down to him.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
I agree, but stop that.
Great elfin master.
You walk around, you look at the golems, checking them out, Kyloke and whatnot. Can't figure out what they're, how they operate.
Can we say for game's sake purposes that May's gonna take a look at them, and if she needs to do anything, like if there's any value to be gained for her, she does it studying them real quick or taking any components off that might be of use to her?
Of course. She has the book on how to make constructs, which we did find. We never really got time for her to sit down and study. She did get a couple enhancements on her own.
Ships on her own, so she could have studied them. For game purposes, we say that she gets what she needs off the golems.
She studied with that dwarf or gnome or whatever the hell it was that was helping her.
Yeah, she worked with the tinker and stuff. She learned how to make her gun. She is learning how to augment items into these creative, unique things. Anything she can learn from these, she will. As she gets more and more knowledge into the constructs, she would be more interested in them, I think, than they'd be an interest for Kyloke. So she'll spend time doing that. You guys wander around, do that, get healed up, contemplate your fight with Jund, your next steps.
Okay, so when we get out of here, I say we make our way back to the area outside of the main gate where we were before. Once we're on the other side of the wall perimeter, then we try and contact Budo and see how things are going.
If he isn't already in the courtyard waiting for us.
Yep.
All right. As you clean up in here and you talk to each other, make a little plan. You make your way out back to the Zuggernaut.
Before we go out, to the Ziggurat, I'm going to ask, what. First, I'm going to ask the twins, what's next now that you have the soul?
We got our soul too, right?
We didn't have to get a soul. We have one. We have it in the bag. It's in a doll.
Yeah, we checked last week that Ragnar's soul is in a doll. So if you're going to talk to the twins, they're going to be very relieved that you guys helped them. You brought them all the way here. You helped them formulate a plan to get in here and overtake Jund as two individuals. They could never have done this. They needed help. You guys were there to help as new members of the Adventurers Guild, and you took them on and went
to tell the story. I am not a member of the Adventurers Guild.
And went on a quest with them to do this, to avenge their fallen father, the man who killed them. But they still don't know, why or how he was killed. They're relieved to have captured his soul. all the time they spent questing on their own to come across this soul container that would hold the soul, and now it does. It did work. They did recover the soul. Very, very grateful to you for your help. And Kai will say to you that, you asked us in the beginning that if you were to help on this, that we would help you, and we will help you. We will bring you to the mountain and introduce you to our contact, who will ultimately help our father's soul pass on to the next life, and should be able to, for all I know, help your friend regain his soul. When we are out of here, and we can, we're going to head north past, was it Hala? I think it was Hala. Let me get
Your
my...
map, buddy.
I know, eh? It's like, man, I don't study it week to week. I forget already.
You got to know it forwards and backwards.
Hema. I'm sorry. We will go Hema to a mountain. He'll say, I'll be able to guide you guys. We'll go by airship to the mountain. We'll search for the druid.
Able to restore our friend's soul.
He will give you the name of the druid. We'll search for the druid Twyke Merny.
Twikey Mariney, eh?
Twikey
Good
Merny.
old Twikey Mariney.
Twikey Merny. And from there, you should be able to recover your friend's soul, and we will be able to release our father's soul. He said he's very thankful for your help for the defeat of Jund. He says that is our next step, is to make it to the mountain, to meet the druid, and to release our father's soul. Anything else you want to do, we will accompany you, of course. Like if you want to do something before, whatever, he's there. They're coming along, him and Kara. You see Kara kind of give him a little bit of shit about executing the plan, and then kind of give him a final compliment to say, hey, you did good. Sneaking up on him like that, taking him out at the beginning. Still gives him some pointers.
Yep, those are twins. Not older sister, but twins. And then just gonna kind of get a grasp on what's going on with the prisoners.
Prisoners themselves, some of them that cowered behind you and that are now free. They've taken a seat down, relaxed. You got them free. They're kind of looking to you for whatever the plan is. They look like they're resting right now because you guys are resting, but they'll probably follow you out.
I want to ask them how many of them are from the village that we were at, where the siege weapons were.
You will find some. You'll find some Easterners here that are originally from Sarasan. They were shrine maidens in the local temple town before it was sieged, ransacked.
We will try to return them to their town.
What's that?
Can I give my speech now?
Yeah.
You got a speech?
Yeah.
You're out of my oxygen tank, buddy.
You gonna sing us a song too?
Victims of Jund, you are free. These heroes, known as Kelly and Glynn, are announcing that Jund's rule will proceed no further. You are free to return to your homesteads and rebuild.
Who's Kelly and Glynn?
We are. Remember the whole group name? You asked me to come up with a group
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Was that the elven
Yeah.
name? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hero song.
You see Kylo just blank stare. Who? Who?
It's great having
Who the hell are
conversations with this
I know
guy.
we're the Carpenters of Mayhem.
I remember. Was that the name?
Yeah.
What did that one mean again? Is that
Heroes song.
who?
Heroes song.
Heroes of Song. Okay.
Heroes.
Heroes Song.
There you go.
We're the
Yeah.
heroes and he's the
Oh,
song.
we were the something or other of Ray.
You started off as
Raywin.
Raywin Star, and then,
Star, yes.
but you took an Elven group name.
How do you spell the elven group name?
Calllenglin.
Glin.
Yeah.
Okay. Kalen Glynn.
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah, that's Delvin. Yeah, I understand that.
I know that. I know that.
Yeah, I know that.
So he will do a speech to the people that they are free, that Jund has been defeated.
I'm
That-
telling a few of the people around me that it means
Here.
Hero's song.
We will have help sent down here so that you can tend to the wounded, and we will assure you that it is safe up top for you. For
Well, I
now,
don't think we should. I don't think we should leave them down here. What if this place starts to
They
crumble?
they
since
do
the-
seem antsy to get out of here. You did notice that wherever you are, there was a lot of surfanivrum, as if from the Underdark, and whatnot. There was the golem still being made, kind of thing. They're look antsy to get out.
you are welcome to come with us, though we cannot guarantee your safety once we are on the surface. Jund's forces are still up there. We do not know how they will take now that Jund is no longer controlling them.
I think we should figure out a way to blow this place up once we leave too, so that those golems aren't. Somebody can't stumble down here and reactivate the golems.
What are you doing? Carrying a shit ton of dynamite with you? You got a tactical nuke in your backpack there? Like, how you planning on blowing this place up?
We have a Jackson with us.
Yeah,
but
but Jackson.
He's not carrying a tactical nuke in his backpack.
You sure he doesn't have?
Jackson is not carrying a tactical nuke in his backpack.
No, he does not.
You sure he doesn't have a couple kegs of?
You see Kylo kind of look
gunpowder?
around. He puts his hand on a pillar, one of many in the room that are really thick and holding up a very high ceiling as these mammoth halls that you've come through down here, and that look solid and well built. And he's like, yeah, we should blow this place up. This massive underground or under who knows where place. Not too
Blow
feasible.
up the entrance.
You see, here we'll make it simple. May tells you this is not practical.
Now, we're the Fellowship. We just stumbled into Warrior, and you said we should blow it up while we're here. We have absolutely nothing to do it with. It's well constructed. It's huge. But we should blow it up.
Well, can we at least close the entranceway somehow? That's what I mean.
Probably not from down here.
Smart man,
because
though.
we're
Jackson has a bag of 5 pounds of gunpowder.
Of course he does.
It's gonna blow a little tiny hole in the side of the column.
Yeah.
Well, you do discuss somehow sealing the.
Great, that's going to destroy the place.
You do talk about sealing the entrance too here.
Yes.
Well, let's do that from out here. Let's get
All right.
everybody out.
I'm
then
gonna
we can
say-
deploy a mechanism for this teleportation circle once we're out of here.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
I'm gonna say you get up and you start leaving.
Why are you standing around? Let's go.
You start leaving this chamber. Kylo goes first. Hey, what do you guys slow? Starts making his way out of the chamber.
You should blow this place up.
He never makes it back.
Let's go.
You make your way up the Zuggernaut with the people in tow behind you. They follow.
It's like a rat.
Whatever. Up past the golems that are still there, down the other side and through the other double doors. As you make your way through the other double doors, you are in the large hallway. The hallway that continues all the way to the end where the room is that you first came in. But again, to your right and left, there's multiple chambers where you hear hammering, working. The Surfer Niblum still banging away, still working on these golems.
Does anybody... they speak Undercommon, right? They don't speak Deep Speech?
Correct.
All right. I'm gonna blow Arctic ability here.
I was gonna say, can you use Destinet Whisper or something like that to talk to them or no?
Yeah, that's great.
Well, I don't want you to blow their mind. Just put something in their mind.
Whisper does, buddy.
Dumbledore.
I am going to, however, use Arctic ability, universal speech.
Okay.
So I'm going to step out, so they're all in a room or something like
Well,
that?
no, okay, so there's a big hallway. It's got
Yeah.
14-foot tall doors, but the ceiling continues on above that. You're going down this massive, massive hallway. You're just starting. Okay,
Yep.
at the far, far end, out of your line of sight right now, will be the door you came in. As you're going forward to your right and your left, there
Yep.
are 14-foot doorways. Now, the doors are not closed, they're open. Okay.
Yep.
There's a set here. Then you walk. Then there's a set. Then you walk. Then there's a set. And in each room, there are Surfer Neblum of different types doing different activities.
So I'm going to go into the first one.
Okay.
Because I can't keep doing this.
Okay. Oh, I didn't expect this. Where's my... There.
So I'm going to choose 6 creatures, six of the Snurblevum, and I'm going to use universal speech. So they magically gain the ability to understand what I'm saying. I can't understand them, but they can understand what I'm saying. It's as if I'm speaking Undercommon to them.
Okay.
And this lasts for 1 hour. The Warlord Jund has been defeated. You are free. Spread word to your friends and your allies. Leave this place. Leave this unholy abomination and return to your homes. Try and live out your lives and forget the evil that you've witnessed here. Go and be free.
As you stand in the doorway and give this great speech,
Yep.
you're looking about the room and you see the Surfer Neblum. They're working away.
Yep.
Some are using a mine car. They're bringing some material in. Some are melting some metal down, hammering, whatever. A handful of them stop to look at you. You notice that their eyes are a little red, and there's no chains on them. There's no one whipping them in any way, shape, or form. And they look over to you, kind of confused. You see one or two of them yell to the other one. One of them pulls out a little war pick, hits the other one.
No.
They start getting the other guys, waving the other guys down, pointing towards the door.
So they understand me and they're just ignoring me?
They understand you. But they're not prisoners.
Okay.
They're not forced to work.
Evil.
These ones might be. And it's not that they're evil. They're workers. But what they're working for, you're getting the idea, isn't forced. Maybe there was some kind of deal struck, whatever it is, but they're not held against their will. They're not prisoners. Now they see a half-elf, and they heard the word Jund defeated, and they look a little angry, a little agitated. You see some kind of slide down a rope onto the ground, pull out these little war picks. They're further back in the room, but they look agitated.
All right, let's close the door and
Close the door and leave.
Just a quick question, DM. If need be, since the Onyx dog would still be active, it hasn't been 6 hours yet, could he speak to them?
In what? Wolf?
I don't know. He's a wondrous creature.
No, I'd say no.
Okay.
Do you, as some of them notice he's there and they start alerting others, does anybody want to try to close doors?
yeah.
We should just kind of get all these other people out of here. So
Yeah.
Are you gonna run?
we're gonna walk briskly.
Okay, you start getting everybody briskly
away from Clairval.
briskly walking down the hall. You start ushering people past.
Give me a hand closing these big ass doors. I ain't doing it.
I'll come back.
Somebody with a strength check. Thank you.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
People there, I'll distract. Like if the Snurblevum get too close, I'll cast a spell to try and enchant him. That slow him down. And we'll get Jackson and Branthorn on the doors.
Okay. Everybody else, give me a perception roll too as you do the strength rolls. Do the strength rolls, then give me perception rolls.
Yeah, I got
I got
14
a
on
19,
strength.
Okay.
22 on perception.
Okay.
14 on strength and
11 perception.
Okay.
that didn't roll. 15 on perception. 14 on perception.
All right. So strength. Sorry, you got pretty good in the strength?
19.
14 and 14.
All right. you guys are able to reach in and start grabbing these doors and pulling them shut. As you're pulling them shut, you see a handful of these guys start rushing forward, trying to get to the doors. Looking into the room, at the back, you can see a rough, like, these are big rooms that are specifically built. They have bricks in the walls, like dark brick in the wall and whatever. But at the very back, you can see a tunnel, and where the mine cars come up, as if, there's tunnels beyond this. Who knows where they go and how far and how deep? We don't know.
Oh, we
have
could have taken a minecart ride.
to death. But
We could be gone Temple of Doom. Let's go back.
Dun, 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 dun,
it would not end well. You're able to pull the door shut as they rush forward to try to get you. Their tiny little hands flailing on the other side of the door as you close it shut. You hurry everybody down the hall as you pass more and more of these little rooms with the Surfinibulum working in them. They have not noticed you, these ones, as you're making your way forward. Get down to the end of the hall, and again you enter a large chamber, glowing red. It's all glowing red light down in here, where there is a magical circle at the back near a statue where you first came in.
And it's active, right?
Seems active. As you usher the people onto it, you get a handful of people on there. It pulses. They vanish. You wait until everybody is gone, until you guys are the remaining ones, and then are you taking it up yourselves?
Yep.
I am.
All right.
Yep.
Take it back up.
Oh. Yeah, okay. The Onyx dogs, I'm going to say this now, when the Onyx dog transforms back into the figurine, I'm scooping them up.
You got 6 hours, right?
I know. I just don't know how long it's been yet.
And just as an FYI, the Onyx dog speaks common. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay. Only common. Okay.
Only common.
All right, fair enough. Guys, make your way back up, and you find yourself in the central building up top, back in the compound. Now, you haven't been gone that long down there. The war is still going on. You still hear fighting to the south at the front of the compound. You can hear the giants swinging away. You can hear the armies battling. And what?
Giant yet? Come on, Pluto.
What
We
not?
gave you one job.
Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Well, we should usher these people out the back of the compound. We have to get them over the wall somehow.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is the wall again?
20 feet.
20 feet. And we have the ropes, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many people do we have here?
Oh, down below? Geez.
Or
Let's say about 25.
25 people. All right. All right. I have no way to punch a hole through the wall. Anybody else have anything?
Jackson's
have ropes.
gunpowder.
We could go over.
Yeah, we can use that. We can go over again, but then we got to get 25 people over the rope. 25
Yep.
slaves that have been.
The other option is Jackson does have that. Well, you have levitate. And how many can you levitate?
I've used levitate. I can't use it again.
Can't use it again. You have fly.
I have fly, so like I can get the rope up there, so we can get those that can climb, and then I can carry one at a time flying over.
And Jackson has. Who's? Are you playing Jackson, DM?
Sure.
He has that disc.
Tensor's disc, but it
Floating disc can't fly that
it just
high.
floats. Yeah, it just floats.
It can't. It doesn't levitate up and down. It hovers about 3 feet off the ground, but that's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll do that. So, Kyle, you got a pass without a trace that you can use to help cover us, or is that?
Yeah, we're all kind of in the same area. I could
But-
use. Oh wait, I don't
yeah.
know if I have that spell left. I think
That's
I have.
what I
Like
needed,
I
yeah.
used. I used all 3 slots, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so perception check out the back,
Mm-hmm.
so towards the north. Do we see anybody, or has everybody gone up to the south that we can see? That's a 12 on a perception check.
All right. Using a perception check, you did a hell of a good distraction at the front. So most people are up front. You don't see if you leave out of the north area of the main hall, you shouldn't run into anybody making your way to the wall.
Okay, everybody to the wall. We're going to get you over and out of here.
while he's doing that, I'm going to take a perception check because I want to look for something.
Okay.
So I got 19. I'm looking for ladders, ropes, anything extra that these people can use to climb over the wall. That might be in the compound for use.
The only way you can do that is if you're going to make your way to the houses. Some of the houses inside the compound. You're going to have to look around for a while.
Well, we cleared out this house, the big house.
Right.
So is there anything behind it?
Nothing in the big house.
And we cleared out the one to the right, to the northeast.
I don't think you cleared it out. You went in there to activate a switch.
I thought he got. I thought Clairval got everybody to leave to go to the front. And that was the only house that was empty.
Oh, cleared out of people. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's no people in there. You're right. You can go in that house and you can spend some time. It's going to take you some time, but you have time to look around in there. But you're going to spend some time looking around in there as they're getting over the wall. You can come back from there with a couple ropes. So we'll give you two 25-foot ropes. Or is it 50? No, it's 25, I think. Two 25-foot ropes that you found that you can help with to get more people, I guess, over a little quicker. So you have more ropes going up, and then Clairval would have to fly anyone injured up and over. It's going to take some time, but you've done a good distraction to the south. You don't really have to worry about being attacked.
Sure.
At this
point.
point.
I last 10 minutes, so that should be plenty of time to
That's
get
fine.
everybody.
Yeah. You guys spend 10 minutes, maybe 15, to get everybody over the wall. 10 of it flying, the rest, getting people to climb and whatnot. Everybody assembles on the other side of the wall, between the wall and the forest to the north. Where do you want to lead the people? Back towards that clearing in the north? Where you came in from?
I think so.
Sure.
Okay. Make your way up. You gotta spend some time, and everybody kind of looks a little more relieved as some of them hobble away from the compound. Some of them walk with you until you guys are all clear of it. Back in the north into the blooming forest, flowering tree forest. Ground covered in petals and leaves as you make your way up and through there for a good half hour till you come to a clearing where your airship originally came down. Right now, of course, your airship is up, flying up in a boat, unless you want to summon them down.
Yeah,
Probably
I think
should. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll pull out the crystal ball and summon the ship down for us.
All right, send word to the
for transportation purposes, we should be able to transport these people on the ship, right?
Yeah, you got a giant ship. These people, I mean, even if they're standing, there's tons of room, right? You're able to bring the ship down. They'll throw down the planks. Our guys there will throw the planks down and welcome everybody on board. They'll help out our crewmen to get everybody up and on until we have all the people on. People who aren't in great shape can sit against the side of the wall on the main deck. Other guys standing around. Some will go down to the lower deck, mid-deck or whatever, take a seat, sit on some of the cargo or hammocks or on the floor, whatever, and relax. Again, send the ship back up into the air. You guys rise back up and into the clouds. As you make your way up and into the clouds, you're passing over the compound. You can see down below Budo and the guys giving a fight. As far as I was under the impression, you were having him in there to do the distraction. So he's not fighting to win, he's fighting to distract. He will retreat either on your command or after a while.
I'm not prepared to tell. I'm like, these are not nice people.
No, they're not.
I'm prepared to let them slaughter one another.
All right, no word is given as you guys continue on and take your way off and into the clouds away from there. No intention to call Budo off and his men to send them away and let the other guys go back into the compound, not realizing John is dead. So the battle will rage on. They still think you're down there. They still think you're fighting. They're still going to carry on. They're going to lose some members. They're going to win some small skirmishes. They're going to have a battle as you guys kind of sail off into the cloud for a minute.
We'd wait till like evening and then we'd check in with Budo.
Okay, up to you.
That was my plan.
Okay.
Kylo, does that work for you?
I would agree with that.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, we check in with Budo. We say like it was a hard battle. It took hours by the time we got through all of his many minions and traps and various things, but We were able to defeat him. How are you doing?
Ha-
If he's alive, we tell him, well, you better be good or we're coming for you next.
For
now,
goodness sake.
well, first thing,
And
how do you want to communicate with him?
I'll be using the crystal ball again.
Okay, your crystal ball.
Yeah, the
Just to be
crystal
clear.
ball.
Okay. Yep. All right.
The communication one, right? The one that they were using.
Well, that's just no. What
No, not theirs.
No, not theirs. Okay.
Not theirs.
now? Out of game or what in game? I guess. How many of those balls do you have? Do you have any? Have you taken any of those? I don't think you have.
Yeah, we did.
And we took
We took one.
You didn't
Macedo's.
take. No, you didn't get Macedo's. It was in his room.
Oh,
Potatoes.
Kato.
Oh.
Potatoes.
You have Kato's. Okay, so you only have Kato's. You only have Kato's. To be fair, you would have. Yeah, I was gonna
What-
say. To be fair, you would have John's. You have John's and Kato's. You don't have Budo's. Okay, so somebody make a note.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Somebody make a note that you do have 2 of the dark communication balls. 2
Yep.
of 4. You have 2 of 4.
yeah. Yeah, you gave us Jun's crystal ball last game because I got it marked down.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, but
Okay,
you're going to use your crystal ball in the evening to check in with Budo.
Yep.
Okay, so
So I've got to do a scry on him. He's got a chance to succeed against it. So I need a wisdom saving throw from Udo.
12.
No.
Okay.
So the scrying succeeds. So what do I see through the crystal ball as I scry on him?
Through the crystal ball in the evening, as you scry on him, you see him sitting in John's chair. Looks very familiar. He's sitting in there just kind of resting. His men are around him in the room.
Downstairs, like through the portal?
Oh, wait. Sorry. Where can your crystal ball see?
Hold on.
I forgot.
I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
Same plane of existence.
Doesn't work.
Okay. All right. So I know. So from that, I can discern that he's alive because if he was dead, I would still see his body. from
Correct.
There.
Yep.
Doesn't say that he has to be a living creature for me to scry on him.
Correct.
So if he's on a different plane of existence, it doesn't work. So he probably went through the portal, which also tells us we were on another plane
It does.
when we were beneath there. So not just where we like God the fuck knows where, but we were on another plane of existence, ladies and gentlemen. Yay!
Mhm.
Yay.
Also, I can't use that spell again on Budo for 24 hours because oh no, that's only if the save succeeds.
Oh,
But
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
All right,
I
you-
could try it again later.
You attempt to scry on him, it does not work. You chop it up to he must be on a different plane, so he must be below. So we were on a different plane. Okay, I can't spy on him with the crystal ball I have. It doesn't do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll try Jun's crystal ball.
All right. So uncovering John's crystal ball, taking the cloth off and taking it out of the bag, you were able to activate that. And anyone with one of the other 2 matching crystal balls, one being in Budo's personal place in Saracen, the other one being in Macedo's hidden back chamber, maybe even in control of the kingdom,
I
would-
assume it's control of the kingdom.
would let anyone looking at it see you. You'll look through it and begin to attempt to scry and whatnot. As it lights up and you're looking through it, you see Budo. He will reach over and... oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, so I'm sorry. It wouldn't be in his house in Saracen. It would be with him.
I assume he had it.
Yeah,
with
he
him.
would have him. Budo would then come into view on it, and he would see you. And he would say, "Congratulations on defeating John. You've done a great deed. He's no longer a threat to the people of Hema.
And you? What of the people of this realm?
People of this realm, are safe for now. But I cannot guarantee anything past that. Though I do not have the ambition of Jund, I am still a warlord. I do still command a force.
Yeah. Just recall, Jund was also a warlord. Jund did have a force. Don't end up like Jund. Because I'm guessing you can see what's left of him.
He kind of...
You know what lies down that path. Choose your own path wisely.
Says, I am not so...
I'm going to do a persuasion check on that one.
Okay, go for it, go for it.
So that would be a 22 on a persuasion check.
All right. You give him a very nice persuasion not to go down the path of Jund. You see him say, I am not so easily as corrupted as Jund. Jund sought power to an inhuman extent. He dealt with demons. He made pacts. It overtook him, made him into what he was when you defeated him. It will not happen to me. You kind of get the impression maybe he's a little too sure of himself.
Yeah. I'm sure Jund said those exact same words. It just starts with one small deal, one innocent taken, one small person stepped on to raise yourself a little higher. And the path just continues that way. And the steps get steeper and the cost gets higher. Just recall, we did not come here looking to start a fight, but our hand was forced. Cato is dead. Macedo is dead. Jund is dead. Choose your future path wisely. And all there.
Oh, okay. All right. Throw the cloth on, wrap it back up, put it away. And we just know that Budo and what is left of his...
They're safe for now.
Is left of his men are down below, wherever they are now in control. With no other warlords to oppose him, he is the alpha warlord. He is in control. The town is still his.
Damn it, we didn't close off the summoning circle. We left.
We got down there.
We got busy and forgot to close it.
We were rescuing 25 prisoners out. I think priority.
You got what you needed. Your enemy was your friend, and helped you to overcome and defeat the enemy you needed to. Where he also kind of overthrew the enemy he needed to get his position raised as well. One evil was taken out, but one evil may be eventually unleashed. Until then, you have completed your objective, and you fly in the airship in the evening above the lands of JT.
Back to the kingdom.
Some of the people that you've taken from the ship do request to go to the kingdom because you show them, and they know because they live through it, that Sarasan is sacked. There's no point in Shrine Maidens trying to go back to an overrun town. Yeah. Part of your evening will be bringing the ship down into the ocean south of the capital city, back to the dock, and unloading those who live here, the Easterners that are part of or are from here. They will make their way into town, seeking relatives, friends, people they can stay with, or even the local temples to be healed and help work in.
I say we drop off everybody here. They can find their own ways from here. They can from here.
All right, Clairvel brings up that he wants to drop off everyone here.
I'm just looking to fly the ship around, dropping everybody off all over the place for the next 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think
we should find out where these are from, because if that was a different plane, these people might not even be from this plane.
There's people from everywhere, is what he's saying. Like, and you're saying there are people from all over. He's saying, leave them in a major city, And then they can find their way home. It's not our...
Tell you what, this is what we'll do. Everybody that was stuck there, on their way out, 1 platinum piece to each of them.
Oh.
Your way home, try and rebuild.
Very
So
gracious.
I'll take 25 platinum pieces off the 110 you gave us.
Okay.
Okay, are there any that seem like they're a little bit hesitant because they're not from around here?
There's people who nobody seems hesitant because they're very, very grateful you got them out of the slavery of a warlord. They're super, super happy. They're free. Dropping them off at a town as opposed to like a heroic group who would get them home. They're not too worried because you're giving them a platinum. You're giving them a lot of money. You're giving them a place that's a major settlement where they can find their way home. They can get the help of guilds. They could go to an adventurers guild and hire someone to get them home if that's the case. So it's a pretty good plan. Raul actually is pretty relieved to get the people off the ship. To be honest, he says, pretty cramped quarters with 25 people we have to find beds for and meals for and everything anyway. So
True. As long as the ones from other planes can get to a... Is there...
You're not quite sure if people are from planes or from different places. There's some elves, there's some tabaxi, there's creatures that are... some people could be from Dovagard. There's some barbarian, that kind of thing. So they could be from the north.
Right. Okay, yeah, they can get the ship from here to there or whatever. I was just thinking if there's anybody that was like really lost that we would maybe drop them off with the elves and the elves could get them home.
Well, dropping them off with the elves in a major city or dropping them off with the Easterners in a major city is pretty equal.
It's because the magic isn't quite the same here. If I remember you saying that the magic wasn't quite as prevalent as with the elves.
Elves do have a higher magic, you're correct. Well, they have magic here.
Okay.
They have guilds.
As long as they're taken care of.
You do feel assured that the people are taken care of. They have some money. They have a major place to go. You've done a heroic deed by rescuing them. You're not leaving them stranded by any means. Raul asked your plan. Do you want to camp here on the ship for the night in dock?
I'd rather camp up in the air because I don't want the kingdom coming in here to investigate the heroes that have just dumped all these refugees on them.
Fair enough. All right.
We still have the princess here with us, so let's.
Oh yeah, true. You do. Yeah. Yep.
Let's head back up, guy.
Jackson will help Raul. They'll take the ship to the skies. Guys go up into the clouds. The air elemental will work on flying the ship for the night. As you guys take a long rest, and the men will. Raul and the crew will keep watch overnight on top deck. As you guys heal up.
You have a question from the audience.
If I redeem Danks? Dranks. Does everyone have to drink or just you? That's a good question. In passive perception, they all have to drink. But I think it's only anybody who has active water and or drink glue. Rawr.
To your health, good sir.
Oh, that's nice, man. I like that. German beer with German girl. Where is she? German girl. Gotta bring up the Balkan 176 proof vodka.
Smoked German beer I had you try, Dean.
Oh man, yeah, that's good. That's damn good. I like the German beer, man. I like that one that reminded me of Elden Ring. It was Elden something. It was cool.
Oh yeah.
Big bottles. Man. It was good. Spend the night. You get your 8 hours rest. You get your spells back. You get healed. You get anything back that you need. As you wake up in the morning, and you come out
on a level higher
on the deck of the ship to the clouds. You get some okay skies. They're still a little overcast, but lighter overcast. flying, sailing amongst the clouds. Where do you wish to go? What do you wish to do?
Well, we need to figure out where this Tweaky Marine is.
Tweaky what? Oh, Tweaky. Yeah.
The druid.
High in the hills, high in the mountains, in the north.
Kai and Kara will help Jackson and our guys on the ship here. Who's our navigator? Let me see.
Oh no.
I got Raoul, I got Peric, and I got Agathon. I forget who is our, without going into the character sheets, one of them is our navigator, but he will help the navigator find the mountain. You're going to sail in the ship throughout the day across the Kingdom City north until you eventually come to a small river, pass over the river, and you see down below the hobgoblin town of Hema.
10 miles an hour.
10 miles an hour, nice and slow. Jackson is the navigator, sorry.
And you see the horses running below us.
Dead one was the navigator for when Jackson wasn't on the ship. Okay.
Old woman walks by, beats us to the end of the land.
I'll get you. Make your way up past the hobgoblin.
Except for that one guy that's down there putting his armor on for 10 minutes.
Village into the mountains beyond. When you go into the mountains beyond, you see a big mountainous range that separates Jade Haven and more of the...
Jackson's the navigator. The dead one was the navigator when Jackson wasn't on the ship.
So the young guy, our young guy, was the navigator. As you're passing from more so greener grass and forests of green over Hema towards the mountain range, you can see, being in the clouds, past the mountains. The mountains themselves go up until their peaks are covered in snow, and into the clouds. But beyond that, you can see ice and snow of Dovagard, the barbarian lands beyond. You don't need to go that far, but you can definitely see that transition from one side of the mountain range to the other. The cold of the north to the sacred area down below here where the Easterners live, which is nice and almost on the edge of a spring-like, an eternal spring, if you will. Make your way up towards the mountain range, and you'll see that one of the mountains is a lot larger than the others. It's quite a big mountain. And
I have changed to cold weather gear.
Gonna wear cold weather gear. As you get closer, the guys on the ship, the crewmates and that, can point out special spots that maybe would be good for landing. They're not going to get you too close to the peak, but a good spot where the ship can come down. The ship itself may not land there. It may not be too stable for that, but they can definitely drop you off there. Make your way down, and the guys will get it ready that you can drop off there. Easiest way to do that is ropes. They're going to throw out a rope. You see Kai and Kara grab hold of the rope, jug, soul jug, gear on their back, begin to descend down the rope so they can land on the side of this mountain. Who is coming along?
Well, we're going to grab Ragnar. He's coming along.
Wake Ragnar up. Hurry.
We're getting you your soul back, buddy.
Hey, you sleepy, drunk, stinky dwarf. Let's go.
Pretty much, I would assume the party.
Did we give him the robe that says rude dwarf?
Mr. Branthron.
All right, Ragnar puts on the robe. Bright purple robe.
No,
the Ric Flair-esque robe.
Object is not putting that on. We are selling that for money, and we can get substantially less money if he has worn it.
Oh, it's better if it has stench of dwarf on it. Especially one that's been in the hold of a ship for months.
All right, I'm going to assume the party, May, Jackson, you guys specifically, Kai, Kara, and Ragnar, make your way down off the ship onto the side of the mountain. When you are down, you are on some stunted grass, very stunted growth, a lot of rock. You can feel the air up here, obviously, very light. very thin. It's cool. Cold weather gear helps. You see Kai look over to Kara, and she pulls out an object, small pendant type object. Closes her eyes, begins to chant into it. And she'll come back to you guys and say, I have summoned the druid. She will meet us here as when she can, I guess. She doesn't have a time kind of thing, but has summoned the druid. You hang
Well,
up.
wizard shows up precisely when they are needed.
Especially when they intend to. Let's set up a little camp here, get something to eat. Make sure that we've got eyes out for anything that might be popping by.
All right. Ranger, give us a survival check here. Let's build a camp.
Ranger.
So the first roll is a 10, but let me just check something here.
Why are you doing 2 rolls? You're in the mountains.
I'm double checking. Is it what's my other?
Oh, your favorite terrain?
Yeah, I got two favorite terrains. So.
I know forest is one.
Forest and Arctic.
Arctic. This would not be Arctic.
Okay, so I get a 10.
All right, 10's not so good.
It's not so bad though.
It's not so bad. Let's try
not so
Maze.
bad.
We're gonna try Maze as well. She's gonna help. Let's see what she gets. She gets a 17. So she's gonna help
Okay.
along with you. You two guys will end up setting up the camp. You get some tents up.
You know, like food, she points it out to you, like, oh, I think you intended to pick that up, Kylo. You know that food that we could eat, that you were right there? That was good of you to step over that so that we could see it right there, Kylo. That was helpful.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to step on it. I didn't want to. I got to point it out to Claire Val so I just trip over it.
Absolutely, that's very kind of you.
And I got to test it to make sure that Ragnar doesn't choke on it.
You're able to get a little campfire going on, get some heat, make up some food, get a little shelter, a little tent up or whatnot, and have a basic camp. You have a camp going on the side of this mountain, the airship flying away, well, not away, but up in the clouds, circling nearby. And sometime later, you will see a elven druid approach the camp. It's a female elven druid. Can't tell her age. Seems pretty wise, pretty old. Make her way into the camp and ask to be invited in.
Greeting. Please, enter.
We're coming to the camp.
We'll offer you some stew.
Oh, we'll partake. Yes, we'll be quite happy to partake in food. Introduce yourself as Tweaky Marnie, the elven druid of the mountain. And say that she was contacted long ago by the Adventurers Guild, that there was some spiritual fulfillment to be done, and that she will be able to help with that. She has a sacred grove atop the mountain, which is only found by a druid and anyone she can invite in. You can search for days and days and never find the druid's sacred grove. She will have food with you, break the bread, if you will, as you maybe tell some stories. She will ask.
Do a performance check.
Go for it.
To tell the story of our recent campaign against the Warlord Jund.
Yeah.
That would be a 22.
Nice. You tell a very detailed, very in-depth story of your entire campaign in the Jade Haven against Jund. Seems very, very interested, hanging on most of the words and your telling of the story. She'll say, I have...
The part where we... Amica wasn't coming back for... Was that part of the Adventurers Guild?
The Adventurers Guild was paying you to get Amiko from the Royal City and take her back to Ashura. Now, in that, Amiko would tell you herself that all she wants to do is be rescued from the Royal City. As long as she's not forced to be the heir in the city, she is happy.
I was just determining whether or not I was going to keep that part of the story out.
Up to you.
Speaking of Amiko, I invited her on this trip.
You want her down? Okay, she'll
Sure.
come down. All right. All right, so she will be there as well. The druid, I'm sorry, will explain to you after the story. I'm very isolated up here. I've chosen a life of solitude, as I'm a very spiritual person, and my grove means much to me. I do not get out to see the world. It is troubling to know such things are going on just below this mountain in the lands down here that I've not traveled in a decade, shall say.
But isn't it nice to know that there are heroes out there making the world a better place?
It is nice to know. I'm glad someone is on the side of good. Good or bad, I remain secluded up here, away from all of it. But it is nice to know.
Nature endures.
As it gets a little later, she will invite you and say, "Follow me. We will make our pilgrimage up the mountain."
Okay.
She'll begin to lead you out and away from the camp, up the mountain, through a series of paths, tiny trails, under some bush and whatnot, that looks as if it blends in exactly with the mountain. You'll pass through what looks like solid rock, through some trees, until you enter into what should be, near the top of the mountain, a snow and ice covered area. However, you find that it's pretty much obscured in enchantment, and she will lead you into a druid sacred grove, of which you'll find blossoming flowers, sparkling ponds, blooming trees, green grass, and a relatively nice temperate temperature. It's very humble, with just a small home built of living tree in one corner next to the pond. And above that, past the little house at the back, there is a flowering field with a small living wood altar made. She'll have you gather around and ask what needs to be done. Why you are here, what you seek.
Fine, Karen. This is
all right.
your show first. Let you guys go first, and then we'll
Kai-
deal with.
Kai and Kara will go forward, and they will explain that their father was killed by the warlord Jund, and that his soul was trapped by this soul eater, evil creature that had overtaken Jund. That his soul was freed upon Jund's death, and was captured inside this container, this magical vessel that would hold his soul. That they want him to pass on to the afterlife. The druid will have Kai place the vessel on the altar in the middle of the field and open it to release the soul. The soul itself will hover above the altar as the druid begins some incantations and spells towards the soul. As she kind of fades into the background, you see the soul unfold and take shape of a man, an older man in the shape of Kai and Kara's father. He will stand before them on an altar and speak to them. He will tell them about being very proud that they did this and they were able to free him from this prison inside of the warlord John. He will he will give greetings to his son and daughter, to how they look and how they've grown and how strong they appear. They'll go back and forth telling each other all these things and catching up with each other. As the father, they explain to him that they want him to move on and pass on safely into the deity's realm. He will explain that what I was doing, if you do want to know, I was in the south of Jade Haven, in the desert, Laris Calvas, the biggest desert on our world. I found a tomb of an ancient blue dragon. As you know, dragons had vanished from this
Oh,
world.
dragons. Dragons don't exist. That's bullshit.
We'll say, as you know, dragons have vanished from this world long ago,
Heard stories of dragons.
but their layers remain. Very hard to find without the dragon there. There's nothing to track. But I came across a map, an ancient map that talked of this blue dragon's lair, deep in a temple in the desert. It was there I was killed by the warlord and his men, who were out on a I don't know, what do you call that? March? Whatever they do. A warlording, who were out warlording out on a raid nearby when they came across me and some of my guides. I was killed on my way there. My body lay there still in the sands. On my body is the map. They wanted nothing from me. They just killed me. They took some of my servants. He took my soul and some other souls as power and moved on. But if you want it, it is yours. Find my body and you will find the map. Endless dragon treasures, who knows what. Rumors of a magical artifact lay deep in that temple. He will give some wisdom to Kai and Kara of kind of how he got there and what he was near, the path he took, kind of thing, and where he should relatively be. And he leaves it at that. Gives his final goodbyes, and the druid helps, finishing her ritual to part his soul off into the afterworld, to send him to his deity. With that, as he disappears, Kai and Kara will look back to you guys and say, you have been instrumental in helping us recover our dad's soul and set him free. This map we would share with you, if you so be it. We're not going back anywhere just yet. We're going to undertake this last mission. We'll either go ourselves, or if you want in, you guys are welcome.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I've heard tales of dragons and their hordes.
I'm going to look to Amico. What say you? Because you were the one who wanted to get back to Ashura. We've had you traveling for weeks already.
Our leader.
You see Amiko, she is dressed in the clothes that Jackson had given her, and she has a sword on her hip, and she has a smile, and she says, I just wanted to be free. I would like to go home, but one day. There is no rush. If it's adventure, I'll accompany you. I can handle a weapon.
It's back. Okay.
I mean, if Clairval, you don't want to go. I mean, you could.
I'm looking out for the young lady.
You could go check in on the halflings.
Halflings.
Back at the homestead.
Damn racist.
Well, the leaflings over there. The people that are taking care of her.
He's making sure.
Care of the house.
Amiko is not in a rush to get home. She was just in a rush to get saved.
We literally have nothing else on the go right now. Like,
it's true.
Oh, we got lots on the go.
Really? What else do we have on the go right now that we need to do?
We got other adventures. We'll talk later.
We got a lot of ignites in the fire. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Oh yeah, always have ignites in the fire.
Yeah, name two.
All right,
Name
he can.
two?
He can. Name two.
We've got going on right now that we need to do. Now that we've taken care of John, we got the twins taken care of, and we have
several small adventures.
Such as?
What is he showing me?
We talked
What was
about this
that?
last week.
Yeah, I
talked
know we
about it.
talked about it last week. I don't know if I wrote it all down.
All right, Kylo will actually tell you some of his adventures. Now, they're not big, but
Milo?
if
Yeah, I'm gonna say not all of them are big adventures, but they are things we have planned.
he will remind you of a couple things. Emiko Home obviously was an adventure. Retrieving a statue for the Adventurers Guild, while seeming trivial, it was an adventure, as well as a treasure map given to you from Lord Jackson in the area of Silver Lake. You also came across a cursed demonic item up in the Elven lands that you'd put away.
That's the big one.
And you were asked during the equinox to help a Pathfinder retrieve her lost companions on a different realm. These are not demanding. These are not time intensive. But I will help him remember his missions.
There's also a pirate's legend that Jackson was looking into.
There's
About
an island with a rare ingredient on it that was inhabited by monsters. There are other things. However, you guys prioritize and do as you wish to do.
What do we want to do?
Just a quick question. There are 2 equinoxes on this planet, right? Or is
Yes.
there more?
No, there's 2.
Okay.
2 equinox, 2 solstice.
Is Ragnar gonna get his soul back now, or?
You guys did that, didn't we?
No, we gotta work on that now. We gotta get.
Everybody's like,
do that.
"Oh, Ragnar."
Oh yeah, that guy.
Standing here,
I thought we
standing
did
here playing with the doll.
That was just.
No. The druid sets up again for a new ritual. She will ask first, "What is it you want?"
Well, Ragnar's going to answer this one. I'm not speaking for him on. I'm assuming Ragnar's going to say, "I would like my soul restored to me."
Ragnar tells a story of being attacked by a mind flayer and killed on the way to the far realm, and that his soul had departed his body but was captured and put into a special vessel, which took place in the shape of a doll, crafted by a witch. She had put a temporary half-soul into him to keep him alive and moving about, but it was not his, and he had always felt disconnected. Ragnar, with your help, will retrieve the doll and present it to the druid. She will set up for the ritual and put Ragnar on the altar in the middle.
Just gonna remind Ragnar to say that he wants the half soul expunged from him. He doesn't want to hang on to it.
He doesn't
Get
want
your
to.
own soul back. Get rid of that other soul because we don't know where it's been.
Mm-hmm. Don't know where it's been.
We don't need Tessa coming back and controlling you.
At that point, Ragnar will take place on the altar, and she will begin a ritual. Ritual will go on for quite some time, as you notice a light lift from Ragnar as this other soul begins to depart his body, and then the soul retrieved from the doll will take shape in that of a dwarf and walk towards Ragnar, slowly joining and merging with him until he becomes one. As this goes on and the ritual continues, chanting, a little bit of singing and whatnot from the druid until Ragnar is whole again. Ragnar will then sit up and he feels back to himself. Kind of adjust his body, make sure he's all there, and have a feeling that he hasn't had in quite some time, of being whole, of being himself, of being there, not looking at himself like a third party. He'll make his way down, kind of thank the druid, and look at you guys. And
Good.
feel that he still needs rest. I still need rest. The druid will say that you guys can stay here. Stay in the grove with me tonight. At least for the night. Depart in the morning. She will show you to the little house that she has nearby, where there are beds and rooms made up.
Before we leave the altar and that, I'm gonna give her the soul gems that we have, or soul things, the things that we had for tracking, those globes we had that we got from the Far Realms.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna give them to her. I said we don't have use for these. They track souls that are somewhere in the world trapped. From what I'm gathering, that the witch told us. What do you know about them? Should we keep them, or is it better for you to have them? Can you do something with them?
She'll say that these are souls that have been, again, captured and are looking to find their host to be set free. Let me work on this tonight, and I will set these souls free. So
There's souls in those things.
There's souls in those looking to get back to their hosts, who are probably all dead, unless some of the bodies are in some kind of coma. But again, to find them and track them all down, and how long these people have been gone, may be a mission in its own. If you wish it, she will set them all free.
I'm not a mystic, so I don't know. Kara or Clairvel, what do you guys think?
I think you should set them free.
Kara will agree.
They're stuck here. This is allow them to go on to their next journey.
Kara will stay with the druid as well to aid any way she can, as she will perform rituals tonight to set these free. You're free to take refuge in the house. Some may even want to stay outside. It's a magical grove. The temperature is regulated. There's nothing.
I'm gonna stay outside and I'm gonna write, get inspiration from this grove and just write down, like stories, poetry, songs, whatever. Just take inspiration from this.
Mm-hmm. You see, Emiko will find a nice spot and meditate in the grove and spend her time here relaxing and reflecting. May kind of feels, not so outcast here, feels safe. I don't know if Jackson would find beauty in it or peace, but would reflect on his old friends, Habe and Fergus, and wonder where they are, how they're doing. The last he saw them, they were Habe was helping us escape the Far Realm as Fergus was trying to stop us. And you guys will.
And I'm gonna find a tree, a little ways away from everybody in a nice area with the stars overhead. And I'm gonna lay out my bedroll and camp under the stars tonight.
Absolutely at peace. You feel completely safe here. Very connected.
Which one of us is going to be eaten by a mountain troll?
No trolls shall be in the sacred grove. You're safe. The night goes wonderfully. You feel rested
It's a
more,
wonderful night.
more than you have been in a long time. Any and all ability damage or anything done to you is completely healed. Everything, almost any ailment is cured on you. As the morning comes and the next day
As the morning comes.
begins and everybody begins to pack up and be ready to head out, be led out by the druid, or I guess by Kai and Kara, as the druid will give you direction, show you to the end of the grove and lead you back down the mountain to your camp and your waiting friends in Skyship. Ragnar will stop and talk to Kylok and say, I have found peace here. I wish to remain.
Hey, buddy, I understand.
If you need me again, feel free to seek me out. But I'm going to spend my days here.
Who's staying here?
Ragnar.
Ragnar, the dwarf,
Yep.
staying in the druid grove.
Yep.
You've been through a lot, more than most of us can understand. Dying like you did, I don't blame you. So, be good, friend. Is there anything you wish me to take with me from your equipment?
He says, I honestly, my days of adventuring are behind me. I just want peace. Any of this is yours. And he hands over the backpack. Whatever is in there, you guys can take as a group.
All right, I'll take it back with me.
All right. So you get led to the edge of the sacred grove, shown the way down the mountain, and Ragnar and the druid wave you goodbye as they head back into the sacred grove, and you make your way down. Back down the path through the little forest to the camp set up on the side of the mountain. Oh, you find your camp. Disassemble it, I believe.
And Kai and Kara have a quest still, right? Okay.
Kai and Kara again wave goodbye to the druid, thank her for all her help in reuniting them with the spirit of their father and learning how he died, where he died, what he was doing when he died, and that he did have a final quest, which he has now passed along to them, and they have offered to you.
I'm going to leave the druid with one of the poems that I wrote last night while being in her room.
Okay.
Just as a gift.
Ooh.
I'll roll a performance, I guess, for creating the poem.
Okay.
Ooh, that would be a 25.
Yeah. All right. Very insightful, very inspiring. That'll be a great gift for them. They will take with you, and thank you very much for that. You guys feel at ease, at peace. You've brought your friend's soul back to him and given him peace. Had a good parting with him where he is happy and fulfilled and has left your company after starting off in Ashura and going to an awful, terrible place and through hell and back.
Literally, like, that was hell for so long.
Yeah.
And he is very happy now and rested. But for Kai and Kara, they've one more adventure, one more last quest. And they're
Kai and
excited.
Kara, we have traveled with you thus far. We shall not abandon you now.
Actually, since the rest of us said yes, and he said no.
No, he asked questions.
And we're his ride.
We're his ride.
You see Amico.
I can speak to the air elemental.
So can
You
Jackson.
can't.
So can May.
You can't.
Jackson can. He's the navigator.
He's a
You
navigator.
can't actually speak to the air elemental, though.
I don't think he can.
I'd
But
have to get a ruling from Jackson. But May can.
They can.
you see Amico. She seems excited. She has a little bit of fire in her to actually get out and do something, not be cooped up in a kingdom, being told what to do and made to make decisions and being watched and led around all the time. She's
So I
free.
have a question for Amico. You mentioned that you can handle the sword. Would you like to train with any of us and increase your proficiency with your weaponry or some other matter?
very
We have-
much.
We have a wider range of skilled adventurers here that can train you in many things. Where does
Don't bring a crossbow because
None of which are crossbows.
None of which are
None of which are
crossbows.
crossbows.
Just wait till we find loot. It's going to be 100 crossbows.
100 green dipped crossbows.
All cursed. Amico is very excited with that. She wants to spend days training and learning from you guys and honing her skills. It's been quite a while since she's wielded a weapon, since she's handled a sword. She makes mention that she used to wield a katana and was quite good with it at one time.
Since we're sitting around the fire at the camp here, right? Because we've traveled back down the mountain and we're kind of hanging out. I want to ask Amico of her adventures in the past, how she ended up in Ashura, and what the reasons for leaving originally were, because we never really heard why she was back in the kingdom other than that she'd been brought back and reinstated as the heir.
She said that she was orphaned as a child and raised in the city of Ashura, not knowing her parents, and that she rose in the city just earning some money, enough to get in and work for a local tavern, when the owner over time had died, but being very loyal to him had left it to her. It was not in great shape. It was in the poor quarter, but she used all the skills she could to try to keep it going and make some. What's that?
Which tavern?
Sorry, the Rusty Dragon.
Rusty Dragon.
And make some money. She had quite a basic life, fair living, running the tavern, until she was approached one day with a message that had come in from an unknown messenger, and she had hired a handful of local adventurers to look into the matter. They looked into the matter and found some treasures below an abandoned castle nearby in the land, which, when brought back, showed her name and a royal line. From this, she was interested to continue on and find out what her family was about and where she came from. She was led north with these adventurers from Ashura all the way through the lands, the Cloud Tower Mountains, through the north, until arriving.
These adventurers have a name. Maybe I've heard of them in tales around the campfires.
She gives the individual names, of which we will have to look up who it was at the time. But there was some. What was that?
Verlaine, Dragnar.
Was it Verlaine and Dragnar? It might have been. It was one of them.
The light bulb finally went on, right?
It's Laraval and Lilac.
Laraval.
It was definitely one of Drake's characters.
Lanthrin.
And Lanthrin.
But they made their way up and they returned her back to Jade Haven, where she thought, I don't know, she thought different. She thought that she would find out more of her family, her family name, and finally, get all the answers to who she was and where she came from. And not understanding that she would be so rushed into the royalty life and so overcome and locked down, and what her life would devolve into. She tells you stories of when Macedo had first shown up and how somehow he had charismatically earned his way into the council, and then not long after had been more so in charge of her, and began to use her influence to start making moves throughout the lands nearby as a local warlord took over more and more land, going seemingly unnoticed by the kingdom until it got out of control. She'll give you a big story about what she's been through, and that she just wanted the simple life. She just wanted to go back to her tavern, just relax, return to how life was, until you guys came along. And once you kind of offered adventure, she was kind of back into that. Kind of like, this is interesting. Hey, I had a big adventure to get up here. It was fantastic. Maybe I'm not quite ready for the quiet life just yet. I know it's coming and I would like that, but yeah, I'd like to see adventure again.
Very nice. Good tale.
Yeah. Reminisce, have some time at the camp. What do you want to do from here?
And thus ends season 2.
Well, it is.
We got a half an hour. We could just chat, or we could do stuff, or whatever.
Well, no, you have things to do. You have to train. You have to find a way to train to level up, to reach level 8, which is what you're going to do. You have to train these skills. Now, we used to have to get to a city or something. We couldn't level up in a dungeon. We couldn't level up while we're fighting. But we can level up in free time. We have a ship, so we have a lot of area on that ship. Mid-deck, below deck, we can train. We can learn new skills from our experiences. We can, study our spells, practice magic, practice with our weapons, and level up.
How far are we from our little farmhouse that we had?
Oh, near Saracen?
Yeah.
You would have to go down past Hema towards Saracen. There's farmhouses in the middle of the forest. It's far enough away from Saracen. Nobody ever came there. None of the mercenaries and that. And they're kind of too busy over at John's anyway. You could go back there if you wish. That's
We
a
could go-
great place.
Yeah, we could go there. We give the guys from the ship the chance to get off the ship.
True. It's not a bad idea.
And we could hang out and train there. It was ample room. It was had a barn and everything. So
You could spend a day or so flying to that area, lowering the ship down north of the bamboo forest. Everybody out of the ship, maybe somebody to tend the ship, just in case. Everybody else make their way through the bamboo forest down to the little farmhouse. Spread out in the farmhouse and practice your skills, train, study, meditate, level up, become better, reflecting on your experience.
Maybe hunt and replenish our
Yep.
food stores.
Yeah. Spend some time hunting for sure in the nearby forest. It's actually a great idea. Spend a couple days there. You hear the twins very excited to get out parchment, making notes. They're getting some local features, names of some a nearby town that their dad had given them. Start planning their quest and thinking about how to get over to Laris Calvas. Where's my map, by the way?
It's
Map.
there.
I wonder if we can. Let's see if I can't. Eh,
Oh, that's Laris Kildas down there. Right?
there it is. Big giant desert. There's Jade Haven up in the top corner. Past New Hannon, which is the gnomish capital. We'll be flying over quickly.
Definitely don't stop there.
Down into the desert. The desert on this world is where the dwarves are from. The dwarves are from the Great Desert. And the Kingdom City there. So they'll work on that, be very excited and talk about, recovering the map, laying out an adventure. Amico will train with each of you in respect, watching your weapons, your skills, your skill set, everything you do, and learning from you to try to become a jack of all trades. Pick up on that. Anybody who has access to a katana, she will ask if she can practice with it.
We have 3 of them.
Who has?
We didn't stop to get the 4th one, or did we? Did we go get?
No, you didn't. I don't think you did.
You did. Yeah, we can provide her with a katana to practice with.
All right, she'll practice with one of those.
Well, we're still at the house, right? So I could.
Mhm.
How far is it to ride into? Actually, I don't. Do I have a horse? Sven's on the boat. Yeah. How far is it to ride into Saracen?
You want to go to the mercenary camp, the Budo?
No, not Saracen. What's the city?
The capital city's the other one. Well, the capital city's far to the east. I mean, I guess you could. There's nothing really stopping you. You could go all the way through the forest, down through the plains, over to the... It's going to take a couple days. You could do it, though.
Oh.
I mean, you have time.
Do you really want to go back? So, if memory serves, the 4th sword was underneath the castle.
Oh, sorry. Is that what he's trying to do to get the sword?
Yeah, I was gonna go back and get the other sword.
Oh, that was in the dungeon under the castle, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the door's still open.
Well, of the city that we're trying to flee Amico from. So you want to go back to get one more fancy sword. Like,
Yeah, it's a full
these are
set.
just well-made katanas, right? These weren't magical or anything.
Yeah, they're magical.
They're all
Yeah,
magical.
they're
They're
all
all
magic.
magical. Like,
Yeah.
you got 3
One's
magic
electric,
swords.
one's fire.
Actually, you know what? Here, let
Are
me...
you gonna use any of these magic katanas?
Here, let me throw this out here as something. By himself, stupid. There was monsters down
If
there.
he goes, I was gonna go with him.
Yeah, there was
we
monsters.
had-
Okay, that's what I'm getting at. Hold on.
Cleared it out, though.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
Oh, didn't.
You tied up the statues.
Yeah, off the statues.
Right,
We were able to avoid that.
Yeah, you ran from a
Isn't
certain. Yeah, you ran from an undead character down there, that kind of thing. But we have time, and I have the dungeon.
We're not barred from the dungeon. We're barred from the castle itself.
Right, but you can access the dungeon from the far side of the city where nobody was. You know the secret entrance.
Yeah.
It's not out of the question to go back in there for a 4th magical katana.
Is that what we want to do, ladies and gentlemen?
Over time, as you're training, one day you say, hey, let's go get that fourth magical katana.
Yeah, we could go get it. We won't bring Amiko unless she's going to be disguised.
Yeah, she would not go, no.
Yeah.
Ooh! I could use my dungeon.
Branson and I could go, and if Jackson wanted to come
Well, no,
along,
everybody would have to go, because it's a dungeon.
Clarabelle obviously doesn't want to come, so I mean, he could stay home and write
No,
poetry.
he's being the voice of reason.
Unsupervised.
He could stay here and like bake big fluffy cakes and write some poetry and tiptoe through the tulips all night long.
You have a good option. You can, on your own is stupid. If you say, hey, I want to go back and pick, it's not going to work. But if you want to go as a group, we can, because you're nowhere near, you're under the kingdom.
Leveled up first before we go there?
You should.
Yeah, we spent some time.
Unless you want to actually, if you're going to level your character up on your own outside of the game, just roll with the stats you have now. If we want to go do this, which we can.
Mine's already been updated because I updated it for tonight.
A dirty cheater.
I got the wrong memo.
Cheater,
Sorry.
but a dirty cheater.
Dirty
Got the
cheater.
wrong
Dirty.
memo.
All right, I found the dungeon. Do we want to do it? It is a magical katana. That's a good idea.
Swayed us.
It's a good idea.
We have 20 minutes to do it. Unless we do it next time. But
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. All right, I'm going to fast forward stuff because we have 20 minutes. You are going to make your way.
Yeah, the secret entrance that's
Yeah.
taking us through the sewer.
Make your way to the Kingdom City. You're going to go up and down the roads to the far east, to that area where you first met your contact. Make your way down. There's a set of bars that were attached, but you guys had loosened them. You propped them back up. You guys can take that off, put it to the side. Going back in, sneaking back under the kingdom, pardon me, under the darkness of night, you come to an entrance. You go down old stone steps to a lone doorway covered by a rusty gate. It's been partially overgrown by vines. You take that off and then enter into darkness below. Stone stairs lead down to a damp tunnel that is filled with pools of water upon the stone floor. Cobwebs about. Following the tunnel, you come to a large open room supported by two stone pillars that give way to an archway beyond. Along the far wall, flanked by two jade statues of four-legged creatures that look like half of a dog mixed with a lion.
They still tied up?
Yeah, they're still tied up. Golden
so
collars.
we're coming in the way that Jackson came in, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Golden collars, realistic teeth, and sharp claws adorn both.
And they look like what? Lion
Half dog,
Lion
half
what?
lion.
Dogs.
Okay. You guys have them tied up because you think they may come to life. You also know that there is a symbol or a magical glyph on the pillars
That
leading
we were walking around the pillars to avoid what we thought would trip it and seemed to work when we did it before.
Correct.
Yeah. Jackson investigated on the way in, and he showed us the way out, and yada yada yada.
Okay. You make your way to past, not through the pillars where the glyph was. You were smart enough to go around. You made your way past the two dogs, up and into the next room. Passing through the arch, you came into a large circular room with a design on the floor at the center. There was large rings in the floor at the center that all depicted houses and mountains in the sun. You guys had turned those rings, and it had opened 3 jail cells, one to the right, one to the left, one to the forward, that had opened up. And inside there was stone scabbards, for lack of a better term, with the katanas in them, I think it was. The katanas were in the middle of the room, and you had to take them and put them into the stone scabbards. You put them into the correct ones. You had done 3 of them, I believe you had taken out.
Yep.
You had taken out. I just want to see one thing I wrote right here. Oh, that's far away. Holy crap. Okay. All right.
That's far away.
You see the fourth katana. And which ones do you have right now?
I have the air one.
Okay.
I have fire and electric.
You have... Okay. So the fourth one was still there. It was still in the scabbard. You still see it sitting in the scabbard ahead of you. Beyond that, to the north, was the jail cell open that led to a wall. That wall initially was closed, but when you had solved the puzzle, it had opened, allowing Kylok and Branthrin to come through the other way. It's still open. You make your way up, and you see the fourth katana. The fourth katana in there had a symbol upon it, which I believe had wind on it.
That's the one I have.
Okay, you have wind?
Yeah. So wind, fire, and electrical are the ones that out of there.
Ah, sorry. It had a snowflake on it. It's still in the stone scabbard about the room. There's one at the south, one at the north, one at the east, one at the west. The other ones
in
are...
the northern one.
What's that?
Which one's it in?
I believe, according to my notes here, it is in the eastern one.
Well, we have twins with us.
You have what with you?
Twins.
Yeah. Twins will come along, sure.
Can Kai check it out? Make sure there's no traps on the final one.
Send the rogue over. He'll go over and look. He'll look at it and determine that this is part of a contraption. The contraption, he believes, was that these were originally pressed in to open the doorway forward. Taking them out may close that door forward. There's still the one in here, so it's still keeping that forward door. He says if you want to continue forward, you may have to prop that door open before taking this out.
We didn't have anything else further forward we wanted. We just wanted the sword to leave, right?
Give me a wisdom check.
Well, beyond Branthor and I know what are beyond the door.
What's beyond the door?
There were some places we didn't go, I'm sure, but it led back up into the castle.
How much?
15.
Clairval reminds you beyond the door, the passage came out into the courtyard leading to Maceto's room.
Oh, right.
They're going to have cleared that out by now. You want to fucking go into Maceto's room? Look at him. Look at him.
I don't, but you know.
Now that the DM says something.
Pretty sure I heard Kai say you might want to check some out.
All right. So, leave the sword here for now so that we can still get through here.
Well, let's hash this out here. We're in a relatively safe spot at the moment. We have our sword here. We could take our sword and we could just go back out of here.
Yeah.
We could do that because
So, the
no
benefit...
harm, no foul.
Yeah. We didn't get a chance to look around there in depth. But
If we get caught, we're in a big trouble because he's already kicked us out of the castle once.
yeah.
But you have the opportunity to get the third dark crystal ball.
There is no way that crystal ball is left there. Come on.
You sure?
They're just gonna leave that there? Like, there's a chance we might find some hidden stuff that, he didn't leave about. But the crystal ball was sitting on the fucking table.
Okay, well, I'm just an out there. I'm from a village, I don't know the things of court. You are from a court. How much bureaucracy is there? How long would it take them to actually sign a paper an edict, go in there and clean out that room.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm just a simple folk hero out there amongst the people.
yeah, fine. History check. What are the odds that that crystal ball that was sitting right on the fucking desk is still there?
I'm talking about the whole
That'd be a
room.
20, dirty 20.
Okay.
What do I think the odds of that crystal ball that we pointed out to them?
Well, the room itself had items in it. Now, what happened was that you exposed this secret room showing that Macedo was actually an Oni and working inside the kingdom. Everything in the kingdom is still safe. Everything in the kingdom is still secure. You get the idea they could have had a guy in there. He could have been looking through the stuff, trying to glean more information over time. He may take stuff out, he may not. They would definitely post guards. There's no doubt about it. They would post guards in front of the room. But would they take this stuff out, or would they just kind of leave it there and then maybe somebody was working on inventorying it or learning some information, whatever it is? I don't think you don't get the impression they're in a big hurry to clear his room and put it somewhere else. It was safe in there. Nobody was coming back in there. Nobody was trespassing. Nobody was going in there, type thing. It could be there.
Oh, you're a dick, DM.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Keyword could.
yeah. Okay, fine.
You're saying that there's guards.
We cannot send everybody through because this many of us going through, we are going to get detected so fucking quickly. I suggest we bring Kai, we bring Kyloke, and we bring me.
What about Branthrin?
No,
No, he clangs a lot.
I am the loudest dwarf you've ever met.
All right, I'm going to say this. You make your way through the passage, if you're going to go, to the end of the passage where the bars are...
Are we in agreement to go?
No, we're not good to go.
You think there's going to be guards.
Yeah, okay, let me set the scene for you, and then you decide. You can make your way through the passage to the bars on the other side. The bars on the other side lead into another outdoor courtyard. Being night, nobody was normally in that courtyard. It was where people would go and kind of just hang out in a garden. Although, right next to it, when you come out and you go over a little bit, there was a pathway that led off into the kingdom and a pathway that led up the stairs into the hallway that led down to Macedo's room at the end, Shinju's room on the right, and Amiko's room on the left, right? And there was some guards from Macedo that normally patrolled there. Those guards are going to be gone, but there may be a couple kingdom guards outside of Macedo's room or something like that. They're not going to have heavy guard presence inside their own kingdom. There's no need to.
But there'll be, there's going to be some patrols going through that might have to avoid, and there's probably going to be somebody on the door.
100%.
So.
Jackson's so right.
Maybe has a gun.
Jackson has the power to clap thunder, and Branthrin's still the loudest party member.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thought on this. We can get up here, try and you use your pass without a trace, so that we can try and move through the courtyard, get to where Macedo's area is. I can then try and charm the guard to keep him busy while you guys go in and take what you need out of the, search around the room and get what you need out of it.
Or you could do that, or you could cast invisibility on Kai and send him into the room to clean it out. When we're past the trace, we'll hide.
Yeah, I've got one target for invisibility. That's all I can do.
Yeah. We could target him. He could go in because he can open any locks, and he can bring the stuff out. Although he may not know what he's looking for, you might be a better person to kind of.
I'm not one.
Fence the stuff.
Invisibility is because I'll trip over something. I'll kick a bell or something, and suddenly, what was that?
What's that bell doing on the floor?
I don't have a problem sending Kai. I don't like sending NPCs for this kind of thing. But, we can make Kai invisible.
Or you could try.
You can make anybody invisible.
If you feel confident,
he still has to get past the guard though, and the door is probably closed.
Yeah, if you feel confident that you can affect the guards, then we'll do it your way.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is we go in, I use my unearthly chorus to beguile them, basically, convince them I'm friendly, make them think I'm another guard, taking them shift, whatever, talk them up, and handle it that way.
All right, long story short, because of time, you're going to make your way through the passage into the courtyard. It is the cover of night. You come out in...
Different outfit. I'm going to disguise myself so that I'm not in my dragon shirt, which I'm recognized in, or the circus garb that we were before. Different outfit.
What type of outfit? Give me an idea.
Military personnel.
Perfect. You make your way into the garden courtyard. As you walk out of the garden courtyard and look, there's lanterns and there's some light here and there, but you're in the shadows. Immediately ahead...
Yeah, we just cast it when we came out of the dungeon.
Immediately in front of you is the path, the southern end leading down to the kitchens and beyond, to the west out to the rest of the kingdom. But right north ahead of you, right there, if you turn to your right, are the steps up to the hallway where Amiko's room was on the immediate left. You make your way up the stairs looking into the hallway. The hallway is dark, except at the far end. So the hallway goes straight and then curves off a little bit. At the end of the hallway where it curves off a little bit, you can see some torchlight, and you can see some movement, most likely from guards outside of Maceto's room. To your right, there is 2 doors. One right there, on your right, one on your left. The one on your left you know was Amiko's room, the one on your right you told was Shinju's room. And then a little further down the hall is a second door. That's the other door to Shinju's room. As you enter this hallway, you can see no light from Amiko's room, it's dark, but from Shinju's you can see light under the door.
Okay. So Shinju's still up and working. Okay. And then Maceto's room was the other way, right?
Maceto's room is straight down the hall and follow the curve, and then that's where it was, yes, at the end of the hall.
Okay.
Do we want to talk to Shinju?
Shinju was her maid?
Shinju was her friend and maid, her handmaiden, yes.
Again, if you want, let her know.
I don't remember what was her stance on her being the heir.
She was helping. She helped us get her out because she knew that Amiko wanted out.
Yes.
She's an ally.
She's an ally.
We can check on Shinju, make sure she's still okay. Maybe rescue her too if she wants out of here. If they're being dicks now that Amiko's gone, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
We could check in on her. We're not exposed to anybody at the moment, so.
All right.
Our footsteps are silent. We're not being traced. We're in the shadows.
So you said we had time to level up on the ship there, right, DM?
Correct.
Okay.
In the ship / in the cabin over the next couple days.
Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So I'm going to use my new feat that I took.
New feet? You became level
8.
4 feet now?
Level 8.
Yep.
Are they like troll feet?
I'm going to use telepathy.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to use that so that I can speak with Shinji through her door.
Okay.
Shinji?
Shinju.
Shinju. This is one of the adventurers that got Amiko out of the kingdom. We are back within the kingdom itself. Are you well?
You hear her. Oh, how is she doing?
She is doing very well. How are you?
Oh, well, it's not very nice here without her. I do miss her so.
Insight.
What?
You should do an insight check.
I'm not doing an insight check on her.
Why our DM likes to screw us.
I know it does.
It's an Oni.
She's another Oni.
She says, where are you? Are you safe? Is she safe?
We are safe. She is safe. And she's happy. She's thriving. And
That
she
is
thought you
wonderful
would
news.
think of that.
She's very happy by that. Very joyed. She's living the life that I could not.
A couple of us are back within the kingdom, where there were a couple of things that we needed to pick up before we left the area. But since we were here, we wanted to check to make sure you were well first before we set off on our way.
You're here, within the kingdom.
Yes.
Oh, be careful. Security has been high since the incident.
I appreciate that warning.
Should make your way here, to my room. I can get you about anywhere you need to go.
Knock, knock, knock.
Here, huh? Is that you?
You shall receive.
Branton and I are gonna stay back.
Okay, you can stay back?
Yes.
All right, she'll open the door.
Brantham's there, and you got
Not
Kai.
Branthrin, Kai.
Oh, Kai, sorry, Kai. Yeah.
She opens-
Brantham's at the door.
Yeah,
He's-
Brantham's
he's
at the.
gate.
He's downstairs.
She'll open the
yes.
door and see Claire Val.
Yeah. Remember, you get 30 feet of pass without a trace.
She'll say, quickly, come in.
Wave the other two in.
You guys want to go or stay?
I'm staying.
Okay, they're staying in the shadows.
Yeah.
All right, she brings you into the room, closes the door.
All right.
She says, just you.
I need to make my way to Miss Sato's room.
Oh,
How many guards can I expect to encounter on the way there?
there's generally two, but tonight I believe there's only one. I can get you through.
Without harming the guard or putting yourself at risk?
No, I'm free to come and go. I can
Okay.
send him off. I can dismiss him.
Okay. And will that raise any suspicion if there are things missing from Miss Sato's room?
Oh, they don't go into the room. They just guard the door. There's
Okay.
a man who does go in there, and he's in there for some time. I don't know what he does, but that's not till generally the mornings.
Okay. Sure. Let's give it a try.
All right. She goes out the other door, the far end of her door. Goes down the hall. You see her walk down the hall, kind of in like a sheer robe and stuff. It's nighttime. As she goes up to the guard, and you can hear her talking to him and giving some kind of orders and sending him off down the hall. Guard walks down the hall, coming towards Kylok and Kai, who have their stealth and are in the shadows. Guard passes by you guys and leaves off to the kitchen. He's going to get some food. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna hang out here for right now.
Okay,
Let's go.
still hang out.
I'll go.
Shinju waves you over.
Yep. I go over.
She opens the door quickly inside.
Go inside.
Goes inside, closes the door behind you. There's
I'm gonna
some.
move up to the door. and
You're gonna
just,
move down the hallway. Okay.
Keep watch.
All right. You move down the hallway and keep watch outside the door. She.
Extinguish the light. Extinguish the light.
What light?
The hall light. You
Oh,
said
did the guard take the light with him?
Yeah.
Oh, it was his lantern. Okay.
Yeah. He had like a lantern.
Right.
Yes.
Right
Inside again, Shinju will light up a candle. Inside a little lantern, and you can see about the room. Looks like again a normal bedroom of Masato in there.
Yeah.
Open the
secret-
door crack and just keep a listen to what's
All
going
right.
on.
Okay.
Open the secret passage.
All right, you knock at the secret passage, open the wall gives way. Looking inside, again, almost just like Masato had left it, except
Hey, Raiders!
It's-
Yay! How's it going?
dumpster, ulster, hey, we watch you guys. I've been over there. Thank you for the raid. We're right at the end of ours, but I knew if we went just a minute past 12. Welcome.
right.
You see that the room is pretty much the same. Masato's room, with the lack of the map on the wall, which you've ripped off before. Oh, thank you guys for the follow. Welcome, D&D, man, D&D. Everything seems the same, but there's some notes. Like the crystal ball has a note on it, like a piece of paper, as if being inventoried or secrets found out about it. Other things are still about the room. There's still a bunch of stuff here and there.
All right. Do an investigation check.
All right, go for it.
That would be a 1. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay, all right. Roll good, roll high.
I no longer have inspiration.
Rolling like Branthrin.
That would be a natural 20.
Hey. Okay.
So that's a 25 for investigation.
Oh my god. With the natural 20, you're going to find one other thing that's not on my list. So a simple bedroom laid out before you. Secret back room to pull the wall sconce to get in. In the back room is a smaller room with tables, book shelves, chests, alchemy equipment, and whatnot. One item of note, the black seeing stone. This is the third black
Yep.
stone.
So now we have 3 of Jen's stones,
Yep.
and Joe has the only.
Budo has a 4th.
Yep.
There is a wand on the table.
Okay.
A long wand that is black in appearance and has a grayish magical aura. You see that it is labeled with notes from the kingdom. They're calling it a wand of necrotic.
Wand of necrotic. Okay.
You can see that behind is a treasure chest that has been there that Macedo had left, but the chest itself is still locked. It looks like no one had found the key. Using a natural 20 and looking about the room as you're touching and looking at various things, you hit one of the shelves and a key drops out.
Okay. So, great. Before I open this in here, Kai, I need you in here to check this chest for traps before I just open it.
Are you
Yeah, we
using
come in and
telekinesis?
We'll both come in and
Pardon me?
How are you speaking to him? Telekinesis? Message?
Yes.
Okay. You both coming in?
yeah, we'll both come in and announce ourselves to
All right.
Shinzu.
Shinju seems startled at first as you come in very quietly out of the shadows, not making any noise.
Oh, sorry, we were watching the hallway.
We were watching you. We like your dress.
Okay,
Should cover up a little bit.
The bard's a little creepy. Sorry.
But being allies of Clairvel and maybe even recognizing Kylok,
Probably.
she lets you into the back room. Kai and Kylok go into the back room and meet up with you. All 3 of you are in the back room.
Okay. So I asked Kai to check the treasure chest for traps before we open it.
All right.
Before he checks it out, I'm just gonna cast. I'm gonna cast detect magic. See what we can see else in the room here, and to see if the chest has magic on it.
You detect magic in the room. Detecting magic in the room. The ball, the seeing stone, of course, will emulate magic. The wand will emulate magic. There are 2 potions that are deep blue on the alchemy equipment that radiate magic. And from the ceiling, as you look up, you see magic. You see a magical long aura in the stones on the ceiling.
Okay, I mentioned that to Clairvel.
Okay.
When you say magic aura, it's just like hovering.
It looks like it's in the stone of the ceiling.
So carved into the stone, something's revealed?
No, behind the stone.
Behind the stone.
Knowledge Arcana.
Okay.
Another
Is
one.
it-
Oh, 4. I
Is
don't
it a shape?
It's a shape. It's the exact shape as one of the katanas that you carry.
Ah.
With a natural 20, for searching, Clairvel can reveal that there's a shape of a door up there.
Try placing one of the katanas in the shaper.
So it's a spot to place a katana, or there's the aura of a katana maybe behind.
Or of a katana behind a door of some type up there.
Okay, I'm going to. How far up is it? How far up is it?
It's let's see, it would be about 8.5 feet.
Okay, so I'll get on top of the desk
Okay, get up on the desk.
and try to move it.
Okay, you look around for it up there. You can't quite find it yourself. Clairvel has found it with the natural 20. Some kind of secret door. Kai says, hold on. Let me try this. Get off there.
Sorry.
He goes up there with the 15. He's able to finagle it, click something. It'll open. It'll kind of drop open into the side. And as it flips open, a katana falls down.
Another fucking katana.
The 5th katana.
Okay.
This
Okay,
one
and it's got what on it? What's the symbol?
bears the symbol of a skull.
It's a death katana.
It's a death katana.
And it's radiating magic.
Radiating magic.
If I explain the aura to Clairvel, can he determine the type of magic it's radiating?
School of magic.
Necromancy. It's a call on it. It's necromancy.
You know, I understand that. I'm just trying to determine whether
Hold
it's
on.
actually an evil thing that I don't want to pick up. Like, do I want to use tongs to pick this thing up?
It's
have
in
a
it. It's
history
in
with
the
swords.
scabbard. It's in its scabbard.
Put on your oven mitts, your magic oven
Yeah,
mitts.
and get the tongs out and put the tinfoil hat on, and we'll pick it up. Detect magic. Detect magic tells you what kind of magic it is.
Well, it tells you
Right.
the school of magic,
School.
which I don't think this gives me. It might not give me that. However, there is writing on it.
What language?
It is in a Eastern dialect. It's a form of common, but not your form of common.
So, what does Shinju say it says?
Okay. Pull it down, bring it out, show it to Shinju. She looks at
Yes,
it.
I will hold it by the scabbard.
Hold it by the scabbard out towards her. Under the skull, in little letters, very calligraphy, beautifully written letters down the hilt, it says Vorpal.
Oh, cool.
All right, who's learning how to use the katana now?
Well, I will take. I'll just strap it to my back.
All right.
And then obviously the chest is glowing as well, right?
The chest itself is...
Kai hasn't checked out the lock yet.
Checking out the lock, he finds that... I did check that earlier before you did the roof. It is not trapped.
All right, so what's in the chest?
Opening the chest, you're greeted with 150 platinum pieces,
Okay.
2 large topaz gems, and a gold ring with red dragon eyes. A gold ring with the shape of a dragon and red little ruby eyes in it.
All right, so just so I make sure we've got everything. So we've got the wand, we've got the skull katana, we've got the alchemy kit, we've got the platinum pieces, the topaz gems, and the gold ring. Was there anything else with the detect magic and the investigation?
Just the seeing stone, and then earlier you guys had got the siege equipment maps off the wall.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Other than that, the
nothing
room
else?
is empty.
Nothing else of value in the room.
No.
You have our thanks. Is there anything that we can do to help you?
She says, keep Emiko safe. I'd love to see her again, but I want to know she is well.
We will send letters when we can.
You want to join her?
I would join her. If I wouldn't be in the way. I can cook. I can take care of things. I can mend things. I have uses.
Why not?
Sure. Okay, so I still have the spell in effect, so I'm going to touch her and have her come into the
Okay.
pass without a trace.
She says,
The whole time she's been talking to no one, basically, because no one can hear what we're
she says,
doing. But
let me pack quickly. Do you have a second?
I'm assuming you've got things you need to get from your room. Let's go back to her room so she can get what she needs.
Make back to your way to the door. She goes
how
in the
long
door.
will that guard be gone?
She says, not long. As you see her in the room, she pulls out a case, just starts throwing things in there. Some clothing, some,
Close the door
extra
here,
things.
lock it back up.
Yeah, Kai, lock that door up.
Anything that there was a note on, I'm taking the notes.
Okay.
Just so that maybe they forget that they had notes on it.
Oh, and before we leave the
All right.
room, we're putting that cover back in place.
Okay. Put everything back the way it
On the
was.
ceiling.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Close all the doors, seal it back up. You see her frantic about the room, getting everything together as best as she can. She gets it into pretty much like a suitcase, of lack of a better term, and she's ready to go. You see, she's very excited. She wants out of there. You see her pop the door open, look down the hallway, doesn't see him coming back from the kitchen yet.
Okay, and I tell her as we're going, I said, we're not invisible, but we have good cover, and we must move swiftly,
You see her kind of...
quietly.
Okay, she goes into the hall with you guys, starts going a little bit forward.
Stay in between the three of us.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, she'll stay in between. You guys go down the stairs into the courtyard. She starts to head off towards the kingdom, thinking that's where you're going.
No.
Yep.
You got to come this way.
All right. Pull her back. You lead her into the garden. She goes, "What? How are we getting out from here?"
That's us. Let's go.
All right. You're going to move the bars and lead into the underground tunnel system. Again, you go back down. You wind your way through back the way you came until you come to the room where the fourth katana was. Still in place. Back through the wall that is opened.
I'm assuming we're taking the fourth katana.
Brantham reaches over and
Fifth
pulls
katana,
it
sure.
Branther grabs it, adds it to the collection.
Everybody's back in the room, right?
Everybody's back in the room.
Okay.
The wall closes ahead of you, sealing that off. You make your way out of there, past the lion dog things, down the stairs, around the pillars safely, and back out the gate on the eastern end of the kingdom.
Yep.
Put the bars back in place and start heading down the streets, back towards the docks. With Shinju with you, trying to keep a low profile.
Stick into the shadows.
Stick to the shadows. You got your spell in effect.
So we exit the city.
Pass without a trace back to the ship. You guys all board the ship.
Oh, the ship. Oh, we brought the ship here?
Yeah, you parked the ship in the water down by the docks.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Make your way onto the ship. Shinju and Emiko are reunited. You see they both.
Or is Amiko pissed at us now?
No, she's super happy. This was like her only friend.
I don't know.
She's like, "Oh my God, you!"
I'm finally rid of that one. Oh, you brought her back.
I was worried. I was worried she was going to set us up when we were in that hallway.
That's what I wanted you to think. I can't believe you almost left Masato's room unlooted from earlier in the game. But you did.
It's always been in the back of my mind to go back there. I wanted to do it when we were there last time. We got kicked. We got ushered out of the
and you
castle
got with a natural 20. Only because he got a natural 20 did you get the Vorpal sword.
Nice.
The fifth katana, the death katana. So now you have 5 katanas, 4 of the elements, and 1 of death.
To get an inspiration point.
Yeah. You have reunited Shinju and Amiko. You have set the spirit free of the twins' father. You have put to rest Ragnar. And you are off and away from the Northlands, hopefully on a quest to the desert to the south. You have leveled up to level 8 as you learn new skills and grow from this giant experience in the north. All of Season 2 from when you left Ashura to Leland and the Giants, to when you went to the Elven, or you went to the Goblin encampment with the portal to the other realm, when you went to the Elven City, when you went to Dovagard and fought underneath the Water Temple, all the way to Jade Haven and defeated Jund, and that'll be the end of our Season 3, or Season 2, sorry, end of Season 2.
Season 3. Yeah.
And we'll begin Season 3 with a new adventure. Yeah! Coming up next time. Woohoo! That's awesome, guys. We usually play Under the Pale Moon Gaming, a homebrew game from roughly 9:30 till 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. For anybody who's still here or coming by, I don't know, hard to tell. Thank you for coming by. And
I think Dumpster All Stars are still here. And trying to see who else is still in the ones, but
that's cool.
Thanks for the raid. It's awesome.
We went a little long tonight, and thank God we did. We got the raid. That was nice. We try to raid other D&D as they're on, but most people do end at midnight, unfortunately. So, checking my list, I don't think. Who do we got on? Do we have any D&D?
Yeah, while you're figuring out the raid DM, I'm going to bed. I got an early start tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.
Everybody who takes off, take off. Thank you. Thank you for playing. Otherwise, I think... Have a good night, man. See you.
See ya.
I don't think I have anybody online, so maybe we'll play the movie, do the outro, wrap it up for tonight, and then next time we will, if we end early or end on time, we'll raid out to other guys. There's Mr. Caldane. Follow him. Give him a follow. Jackson and May weren't with us tonight, but they'll be back hopefully next week.
Yep, maybe we'll get somebody new for Season 3 as well.
That'd be cool, man. You can check out all the videos on the VODs here and or over on my YouTube. I have all the playlists for the games and the
There's the YouTube
seasons.
channel posted on the bottom there.
Yeah. Here, we'll put some D&D emotes here. There we go. All right, guys. Okay, we'll play the movie, and then me and you will meet up in Discord. Good night to everybody
Yep.
else. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Have a good night. We got our own custom movie. Stay tuned. See you.
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, no one is immune.